Hi everybody, come on in and have a seat. I figured I'd talk to you guys a little bit today and show you a few of the things that I've made. And maybe just chat with you a little bit. I got this sweater done, and it's a little warm up here, so I'm not going to keep it on. I made another one I want to show you too. Sorry if I'm sounding a little hoarse. I've been kind of sick and under the weather. I'm on medications now, so hopefully it helps break this stuff up. I've had some issues with my eye. I've been to the doctor for that, and I've been back to the doctor for this upper respiratory, and it's just been a mess. But, you know, life goes on, and you push through it. So, yeah, I've been kind of changing things up a bit. I've been getting ready to make things for Easter to kind of get my house cleaned up and get it you know, looking nice for spring and Easter, and just to kind of give you some uplifting vibes, you know, when you see the flowers and the warm weather starting and things starting to bloom. And as you guys know, I'm all about spring. I love the spring of the year because it brings in new hope. I was in Bailey's channel last night, and we had a really good conversation, me and her and Mrs. C and a few others. Yeah, it was really a good issues that were brought up, and they were very helpful. And if you were in that live and you were feeling down, by the time you left, you were probably going to be feeling pretty good. So I want to thank everybody that was in there last night. So I'll get on and tell you guys a few things that I've been working on. I had this old basket. It used to be in the barn. Would carry the eggs in it and stuff, and it was brown, and I took it and I painted it. Oh, there it goes, falling. I got some other things back here, but I painted it white with some chalk paint, and I just put some florals, and I put a little bow on it. I got this little bunny here at the Dollar Tree. I didn't want to glue him down because I might want to use him later on for something else, but I got him where you can set in there if I get him in there just right. But I'll bring that up closer so you guys can see it. I just made a little spring bouquet for the table. Oops, he's going to fall over. I knew he was going to do that. But yeah, he's in there. So, yeah, I made that one. Okay. And I have an island in my kitchen. And I thought, well, I'm going to make a little one for my island. So I bought that little wire basket at the Dollar Tree, and I tied on some tulle around the thing and put some greener tulle in the inside of the basket and some styrofoam, and made that little basket there for my island. And like you guys know, I dabble in a little bit of this and a little bit of that. I made this bunny. I got that at the Dollar Tree. I made her some clothes. You guys can see her. I gave her a little pocketbook. She's going shopping for some yarn. So I put a little flower in her hair. I have another one. I'm going to make a male bunny, dress him some little overhauls and stuff. I'm going to make some little overhauls. She got a little pearl necklace on. Can you guys see that? And just her little flowers. I thought about putting her some bracelets on. I just haven't done it yet. But I made her. And I found this. And I put it together. I'm not quite done with it. But I found it at one of the thrift stores. And all it is a little quilt square. And it's got foams in it. It's pre-cut. And you cut the fabric out, and you just tuck it in, and it makes a wall hanging. And evidently, you can get these in different, you know, styles, colors, or whatever. But I just kind of got one because I just love pastels, and I thought that looked a little Easterly. So I thought, well, I'll do that. And I did that one. And a little bit about something else I made. My younger sister Some of you have heard me talk about her. She was in the Christmas Ornament Exchange, and she sent some stuff to Ellie Leva, and I'm trying to get her to start YouTube, and she'll watch some of the channels with me and do things. She's just a little nervous. I think of her as a miracle. A couple years back, she had cancer. And in fact, her and my brother had cancer at the same time. And my sister was pretty close to stage 4, and my brother was stage 4 by the time they found it. And, you know, it was really looking pretty bad for both of them. And all she kept telling me is, I want a white shawl. I want a white shawl. So I made her a white shawl. She's doing good now. They got rid of her cancer. She still has to go periodically to make sure it hasn't come back and things like that. But she did get rid of her cancer. It's gone, hiding. Whatever it's doing, it better stay gone. It better not come back to her. It's a demon I don't want to see. So, and I'm sure she don't and her family don't. I know that sounds a little like I can fight cancer, which I know I can't, but I can pray to my Father and hope that he does. So, yeah, so she wanted a white shawl, and I got on it, and I found one, a Bag O' Day shawl, which everything I make is pretty much off of the Bag O' Day channel, because I follow her tutorials, and if I flub them up and I don't feel like ripping it out, I'll just do something. I did this and make it my own. So that's kind of like her pattern, but I tweaked it on some of the things. But this is actually one of her patterns. I messed up on the neckline, so I just put a pin there. But it works for me, and it makes me smile. And I'm happy just to be able to do it, because I am not no great crocheter. I'm learning as I go, guys. So, and I love it. So, but this is the shawl I made for my little sister. And she's about 5'1". She's tiny. She's real tiny. But she wanted something just to sit outside and wrap up around her little bonfires, and she just wanted it solid white. So this is the shawl I made for her. She hasn't seen it yet, but she's getting it this week. I'm going over to see her, and I'm going to take it to her. I was debating on whether to put another color trim, but she said she wanted it solid white. But when I take it to her, if she wants me to put some fringe or another color, I'm going to more than gladly do that for her. So I just wanted to show that to you guys. And I hope she likes it. I have a bigger one in there that I made a while back, but she said she wanted white. So I have another sweater that I made, and I'll go put that on and show you guys. I'll be right back. Okay, guys, I'm back. I just couldn't change in front. I figured if I made that one, I could make this one. So this is another Bag O' Day pattern. I used the Caron Simply Soft, I think it was, cake on these. And I put some white on it. I ran out of yarn to finish the ribbing, so I just put this on here. It's just a little fuzzy coating thing here, yarn. And I thought, well, when did I put it across the bottom? Yeah, I did the bottom too. But when I go back to the yarn store, I'm going to get a couple more cakes of this. I'm going to take this back off and off on the bottom. And I'm going to do the ribbing like it is on the sleeves. But I was really tickled that I was able to make something like this. But yeah, so now I'm going to take it off because it's pretty hot in here. And I'll show you the shawl. The other shawl that I made a few videos back. And I didn't know how long it was getting. But I finished it. And it's pretty big. But I made it to where you could do one of these numbers. And it was made with the Mandela, oh, I can't remember the color. Nova. Nova was the color. But I made the shell. And this was one of the very first things I did from Bag O' Day. And then I went from this to dresses for my granddaughters. Boy, I really do look like a granny. I made a couple of her toddler dresses for my granddaughter, some pullover sweaters for my grandsons, a couple of the Afghan blankets. And that's what I did out of Bag O' Day, because I can really follow her patterns. I did get the Sophie's Universe book, and I'm going to study that book a little bit, and I think I'm going to give that a try. I'm going to step up my game. I'm going to take something. I love a challenge, and I'm going to see what I come up with and if I can do it. And I hope that I can, because it's something that I want to do, and it's a goal set for me that, you know, I want to try it. And if I do, I'll keep you guys posted on that. I have been working on my tablecloth that I told some of you that I was working on. I've got about that much, maybe a little more done on it. And I'm just practicing with different stitches to see which way I actually want to do it. I'm going to do when I get all my Easter stuff set up and my house picked up, cleaned up, I'm going to do a tour of it. And just give you guys a look at some of the things I made and how I've arranged them when I set them out. But that's what I've been busy doing and working on, and watching videos and getting in some of the lives. I'm really getting excited. My subscribers have went up a little bit. I'd like to, you know, just thank everybody for that, and for copping in and commenting and liking my videos. Some of you said you'd like to hear more stories, and I'm going to definitely give you some more stories. And I am going to tell you guys a little bit of a story, probably in the next video, on some of the things that we discussed in last night's video on Bailey and Mrs. C when they were on live. And that will, you know, maybe help some of you. Maybe some of you will believe it. Maybe some of you won't. But believe me, I lived it, and I believe in my heart that there is goodness out there, and that was truly amazing, and there is goodness. So, in saying that, I'm going to get off here. And, you know, sometimes we wish for the Lord to give us strength and make our burdens lighter. You know, yeah, that's good. But sometimes, why not just ask for stronger shoulders? Because life is going to keep throwing things at you, and you need stronger shoulders to carry the weight. So, in saying that, I'll leave you guys with that. I love you all. I hope you have a good day, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye now.